Thank you. This is the end product.
I can see your screen.
Okay, thank you. This is the end product. It's a slider effect. Now you can see the buttons are transparent. It doesn't look like a button because I use transparency. I want the button to be transparent. So that when you click, you should be able to go next. This next is a button. This preview is also a button. So there are two buttons there, but they are all transparent, which you can go front, you can also go back. It's a slider effect. And that's what we tend to achieve. We've done the HTML, the CSS, so we want to go into the JavaScript. It is the JavaScript that will enable this button to be previewing. I've already done it and it's working, so I'll just take time to explain on the JavaScript area. That's what I want to focus on tonight. JavaScript. So at the end, you all will achieve this. Because with the HTML and CSS, you won't get this effect. And I told you JavaScript has to do with functionality. I know with CSS, I can do a slider show, timing, animation. But it won't be a button effect. It's a button effect. See? So this is what I intend to achieve at the end of it. Once you get this, you can modify it and use it to use a slider effects animations on a website. Now I'll go to the code. I'll be focusing more on the JavaScript. I'm focusing more on the JavaScript tonight. The JavaScript has been done, tested. After this, I will explain the rules of programming. The rules of programming states that whatever code you learn, practice it 7 times and you will not forget it. And if you live to practice it, you'll forget it. 7 times practice, and that's what you know. Now, if you go to my index.html, this is where I link JavaScript. I told you when I was explaining JavaScript in the physical class, so you can link JavaScript in the body, you can link JavaScript at the head, and you can link JavaScript in the body. Now, this is how you link it. You just need to type script and you link it. So the sroc is equals to slider.js. Slider.js is a JavaScript file. This is how you link it into the body. By doing that, you've linked your JavaScript into your with your HTML. That's for that. Then for the CSS, you have to use this to link your CSS. This is your CSS link, the styling. You have to use link. Once you type link, if you're using VS Code and say equals to give you this code by default. Give you this code by default. But you just need to target where your file is. And I've also told you, you just to press your window control. If I remove this now and I press control spacebar, it will load the location. It's loading. So it will tell me the location where what to link. It will display all inside that folder. So what is my target? Slider.css. The same thing to your JavaScript. If I remove this and I want to link my CSS and I type script and select script, open it a little, then come here, type sroc is a source. Now where is blinking, where the cursor is blinking, I just need to press my control and my space bar. In as much as you have the JS file already, to tell you, just click on it, and this is where I link to my JavaScript file. All right, without wasting time, I'll go to the JavaScript. I will explain the process in the JavaScript. I created a constant on the JavaScript. Let me close this place. I've already linked the file. So the number one, if you look at the line 1 code, I say the constant slide is equals to document.query select.
Sorry, sir. Can you please enlarge the screen?
Okay. Please ask, come on, let me see. Okay. Where's my plus? Is it okay now?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now, there are three things I have to create a constant on it. My slides. If you go to my HTML, if you go to the HTML, I have slide. Now, all the slide, I'll put them together as one slide. This is slide, a class as a slide. So on my JS, there's my JS. On my JavaScript, what I do was to create a slide as a constant. I create a constant in number one. I say constant slides is equals to document.query selector, or you should select all the slide. But in an open bracket, what I put here with a quotation mark is just a slide. It's selecting all the slide at once. That's it. So that's one. Then the next constant I create, I have a button known as next BTN. So I'll say constant. The constant does not change till the end of the game. You don't change the constant, it remains the same. A next button, a constant known as next BTN button is equals to document.query selector. Is a query selector. In bracket, quotation mark, I have dot next button, and this is what I use in the CSS. That's one. Remember, I close it with a semicolon. Then the next constant is the next button, which is a preview button. Constant preview BTN is equals to document.query selector. In bracket, a preview button. These are the three constants I have to create. Then the next thing I'll start in the line before I say slide dot for each function slide, comma index. This is a function, comma index. With a coiling brace bracket, I'll say slide dot style dot left is equals to a $ index multiplied by, I say the index should be multiplied by 100 in bracket percent. That gives you the effect of sliding in the size of 100%. Then I close it. Then this is where my counter starts, line 7. Let counter is equals to 0. Then next button BTN dot add event listener is an click event. So we use add event listener for a click event. Class and click the quotation mark, comma function. Is an event listener with a click event. Then I put a function, opening bracket and closing bracket with a coiling brace. Counter plus plus means increment. Counter plus plus is an increment. When you put a plus plus, you're increasing. When you put a minus minus, you're decreasing. So I'm using counter plus plus with a chorus quotation function, then I close it. This one covered for just BTN. I will repeat the same thing in the preview, but that of the preview is a minus sign. The next increase preview. Why the preview button has to be a minus? When I click the preview to take me back. These are the two functions that control the two buttons. The preview button should be counter minus decrement. Then I repeat the same thing. Now, what difference between this and this is like the next button is a plus, where the preview is a minus. The same function applicable, but I have to close them. Once I'm done with that, I will record the function. This is the function name. This is the function name. That's what I'm calling the function. The caret say function. You can give it any name you want, but I use this as a name. So I'll call up the function by saying function caret bracket close with a coiling brace bracket. Now these are comments for you to understand. Then I say, okay, working with slides. If counter is equals to slide dot length, counter is equals to 0. Then if counter is greater than 0, counter is equal to slide dot length minus 1. These are comments which instead of using this now, I have to come down and now put the comments here. So, okay, this is where the if function comes in. If the counter, this is where the if function comes in. We are using function plus if, logical statements. This is what make the counter change, the slide change. If the counter is less than slide dot the length, let it be minus, let it reduce. Then the next button dot slide style dot display is equals to block format. S next btn next button dot style dot display is equals to none. After showing the block, the next one should be none. If that condition is met, then the next condition is line 33. If the counter is greater than 0, the preview button dot style dot display should be equals to block. S preview button dot style line 36 dot display should be none. So repeating the same thing. Then the slide dot for each function. That is for each. When you're using for each means you're selecting each individual. Slide dot for each in bracket function slides. That's the target. Then line 39 slide dot style dot transform. How to transform is equals to translate. You translate in x. You have the y and the x. You translate in x. Counter times 100%. That's what I just explained in the comment, and that's what I'm breaking it down now. Otherwise, I'll close this function and I'll say preview button dot style dot display is equals to none. This is the function that enables this slide to be moving. Enable you to click the button and to be moving. If I comment out these ones, if I comment out this function, this constant, it won't work. So this is how I use function with if statement. Function and if statement. Remember, we have three things. We have the slides, we have the btn, the next button, we have the preview button. So we are giving this function for it to work. So we have to add if function. That's when the if has to come in this condition. But where I apply the if now is in the to button. If the button dot display is in a block format, else the button dot style dot display should be none. You've closed that argument. Then also say if the counter is greater than 0, the preview button dot style dot display should be a block form. S means you're giving it two conditions. S preview button dot style dot display will be equals to none. Then this way I conclude by saying slide dot for each function in a quotation for each function in a slide. This is where your function, you start calling up your function from here. In the bracket now, my target is a slide, which is the function I'm calling. Slide dot display dot transform. This is where the transformation comes in. So this is this. If you apply this in any preview button, anything you want to slide, a slide effect that you need to click a button, you can define it well like this. To definitely work for all of your, but provided your HTML should match with your CSS. You apply this function, it will work. The name might change, but you should know the three things you're targeting. So that's it. If you've done your HTML perfectly, your CSS perfectly, then you can apply this function. And let's get a playback. I'll leave it for you to copy. Is anybody following up with the system?
Please, sir, can you run it? Let's see the The features, how it appears.
Okay.
Yes.
You want to see the output.
Yes, the output.
You want to see the end product. The end product is not
Yes.
on my
I'm
side is
following up with a system. Oh.
okay. Pardon me, let me run the end product so that will see the end product. For those that want to see the end product, the end product is not my challenge, but it's your challenge because you must have a
Yes.
preview of what you want to design. Anything you're designing must have a preview. Let me run the end product. I've run the end product before, but let me rerun it again. It's coming up. All right. Now this is the end product. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Sir, please, from here, where is the slide?
I'm pressing the button now. You're not seeing the slide changing.
Okay, this next button.
Yeah, that's the effect of the JavaScript, making it to change. I can go back to the previous. I can go to next. Remember, we have two buttons to control the slide. That's where
Yes.
JavaScript comes in. CSS cannot do this. CSS can just do the slide and with HTML, but it cannot make it move with a button effect.
Okay. Okay.
So you can see the preview now.
Yes.
It's not a timing event. It's a click event where you need to click before it to move. So this is the
Okay.
effect. So let me bring back the code because some people are following me up with
So,
the code.
sorry, sir. I have a question. I'm seeing up to three images here, but we added two images when we were practicing. Are we supposed to add extra image?
On our HTML code. Just follow the way my
No,
HTML code is. On the HTML code, I'm coming. Just two images that are there. Sorry.
the code you gave us is
How
different
many?
from what we practice.
How?
Please, I can see some element. I saw some element in the
In the what,
in
sir?
the code,
Which one? The one I drop on the
like
WhatsApp.
a section.
The one I drop on the WhatsApp.
There was no section when we were practicing.
Where is the
Yes,
section? I didn't use section now.
yes. I saw sections there. I saw uh, human,
Section
this
where
thing.
now? Where did you see the section, sir?
I saw section being
Section where? In the HTML.
yes, yes,
This is the
yes,
HTML
section.
code now. This is the
And
HTML code.
CSS and CSS too.
Okay, this is
No,
the
it
HTML
wasn't
code.
in the
There is
18
no section here now. There is no
in
section here.
CSS.
CSS.
CSS design.
Okay. There is a body. This is CSS. I'm scrolling it. I've not seen section now. I didn't know where it's. Okay, this is section. Okay, where I put the section is a padding. But if you don't want to put it, you can leave it. But it's better I put the section because in the CSS we needed a section area. It controls the entire section, but in the HTML there is no section.
So can
A
it
media
work
effect. Yeah, it will work if
without
you apply
the
it. Yeah, if you apply it to work.
mm,
Yeah. I think I dropped this entire um slide to this thing to control the section area because it's actually in a section. But in the HTML, the section is not there. If you look
mm,
at the HTML, I did not define section. I have to use advanced styling to insert the
yeah.
section. You see? But some things that are not defined here in the CSS, you can define it. You can style it and put a section.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can
I
see there is
didn't
no
know. I
section
didn't
here.
know this. I think we're supposed to know. Okay.
We put it, if you want to
Thank you.
put it to work, if you don't want to put it to still work. But it's actually to section the area.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Please, what
All right. So the
what
images,
editor are you using?
the images, are there more than two? Can we add more than two images?
There's one image I added in the
Because what
CSS.
the sample you showed is
There's a two image in the HTML, one image in the CSS.
okay.
Please,
Oh,
can I see your JavaScript code?
I'm coming. Under this slide, if you follow the CSS that I drop, under this slide NT child 3, I added another image. Are you seeing it? I added
yes.
an image in the
Yes.
CSS that makes it 3 images. 2 images from the HTML, 1 image from the CSS. So this has to connect to your root folder where the image is to make it 3 images. Otherwise, you'll be seeing just 2 images. And I ask the image to be centered through cover, no repeats. Image should be at the center. So means I can change this image to another image and it will still work. So let me go to my JavaScript.
Okay.
Please carefully copy the JavaScript. Don't make mistake. Make one mistake, it won't run. Follow exactly the way it is. On your leisure time, free time, practice it 7 times. Practice it 7 times. This is how we practice code. If I want to know the function of this, I'll just come here, comment it out, then try it to find out that the function will not work. So, yeah.
Please, what editor are you using, sir?
Eh? What? Obi, say what? Hello? Hello? You said what heading? I didn't get you, sir. Somebody asked a question. Can you repeat the question you asked? Didn't get you.
Hello. Yes, sir. I said, what editor are you using? The editor.
I'm using VS Code.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
VS Code is one of the best editor you can use for now because it has a lot of those pre-codes. Once you just type it, will remind you, make the job easier. Practice, practice, practice. I believe, please, if you don't have a GitHub account, try and sign up a GitHub account. Because if you want to get any online job, you must have a GitHub representative, repo, your online representative that contain all your jobs that you've done, all the practicing. Because if you don't have it, it means you won't get a real online as a programmer. It's very difficult without a GitHub. A GitHub is a storage. Even this project I'm doing now, if I'm done, I'll push it to the GitHub. So if there is any job I have, they want to see my online profile that what I've done, I'll just invite them to see it. It gives you more opportunity to get a job as a front-end developer or as a back-end developer.
Please, sir. I have a GitHub account, but I've not been able to utilize it, like update my profile. I don't know how to. I see this.
Oh, well, I know what happened. I'll drop a video on on how to use GitHub. Follow that, guys. Follow the video, go it 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You'll get everything. I'll drop a video link now on the platform about GitHub. GitHub is very important. If you don't have GitHub, you're not ready to get a job.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I'm just joining today. I was added day 4 yesterday.
I will
think I
drop
just went.
a tutorial. Try and follow the tutorials I'll drop.
Okay, sir.
Follow all the links and go to the tutorial. The tutorial will refresh you.
Thank you.
Sir, please, how do you get a GitHub account? How do you register?
You sign up now, github.com. You sign up with the account and you follow it up.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. For this video, I just join in. I think I need to forward this to the group now. Yeah, and I think I have a video on GitHub that I need to. I also share
Sir, please,
something. Yeah. I'm not hearing you,
okay,
sir.
just like the person that spoke immediately after me. I'm joining today, so
Okay.
I think it will be wise as well. We'll get the link to the materials to enable us follow up because we are just listening
I've
and
dropped on the platform. I've just dropped a link for everything on directory creator. How to create a directory is a tutorial. Go through it. I also is a YouTube tutorial. Then page structure, HTML tutorial, HTML and CSS. I've dropped it. Then somebody asked about GitHub. To master GitHub, I also drop a tutorial. You can get all those videos, download them, and watch them very well. You should be able to know how to use GitHub.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I've
Please.
dropped it. Follow them up.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, sir.
Sir, regarding to hello,
Hello?
please,
Yeah.
regarding to the attendance, you say the thing will appear, but it is still saying no attendance yet.
It will appear now. No, I'm not in charge of controlling that. It's 3MTT that is controlling that. The attendance
Okay.
appear weekly.
Doesn't mean
Good evening, sir. Please, I'm
Hello.
just joining.
I've dropped list of tutorials for you to go through in the group. So go to the group. You see fresh tutorial that I dropped. You can copy it and save it, and go through all the tutorials I've joined together with GitHub.
Yes, sir.
You watch that video on GitHub to create it. Try and get GitHub account and follow it up. If you really want to get a job as a programmer, you don't have GitHub, then you're not ready.
Okay, so
Sir, please, I want to know this directory. What is how do it work?
That's why I dropped a tutorial.
please
Now.
can
Go
you
through the
scroll
tutorial.
up?
Thank you. I dropped a tutorial for you to go enable you go create a file structure directory and the rest. Is it okay? Will I go up more or is it okay?
Oh, that's sorry. Yes.
Just bring it down small.
Please
Very
go up more, please.
just one line down. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a question. My question is based on the code we have already run before, the CSS and the HTML. I am not getting what I'm thinking. I don't know what the problem is, though. So even the code you dropped on WhatsApp, I still tried it. I'm seeing that the next and the previous for my own system is below the image. Okay, and when when I add an image at the lower, the one of the H4, I add an image on that one, it will cover the first image that is on the first image that was added. It will cover it up. Then the next and previous will still be below. Somebody shared her own with me, and although the code was somehow wrong, but I'm seeing the image in the middle of the place, in the middle of the picture. So, which is supposed to be the right thing to do. Oh, I don't know if that is how the code is supposed to be, or is it supposed to be below? The buttons are supposed to be below the image.
The button is supposed to be below the image.
Okay,
The button
not
is below
on the
the
image.
No, not on the image, sir. If it's on the image, means you've not styled your button very well.
Okay.
Go back to your styling, your VTN styling the button. It's supposed to be below.
Okay. What about those other numbers like that 1 and 2? They
Yeah,
are visible, or let's say it is transparent. What
they
are
are
they for?
visible. They are visible. They are visible. They're actually visible as a slide. When you get it right, if you slide it, it will show. If you see the preview I did, it shows. You will see 1, you will see 2, then you see the image. Then there's some numbers that merge with the image.
Can you do that again, please? Just show us again,
I
please.
can't do that now because some people are copying the code. So when you are done copying
Please, can you
the
Maybe when
scroll
I'm
up,
done.
please?
okay.
Please scroll up to function. Let function be at the top. Function carousel. Okay.
Is it okay, sir?
Keep going, please. Keep going.
No, further.
Function be up. Let function be up.
Okay, function carousel. There is somebody that's gotten to
Before you
Yes,
start
let it go up.
commenting.
Go up. Before you start commenting there.
at this place. Is it okay?
So, no, it's
Yes,
okay.
follow.
Hello, sir.
Mm? Yeah.
Just start from the beginning that we can screenshot it. Do that and screenshot it, please. Or
Please
with
allow
this
these people. Let these people finish. I want 1 or 2 person to finish so that the rest can just drop it on the WhatsApp. I will drop the entire code on the WhatsApp, but I want people that are following up with the assistant to following up and find out that it's working. And I'll drop the rest on the WhatsApp. You understand?
Okay, sir.
Uh-huh. So it's the following up that gives me feedbacks. So once they've done it and it's working, I'll just copy the code, dump it on the WhatsApp. So it's just for you to go and practice it line by line, do it 7 times. By the time you do this thing 7 times, your team will just enter. You will not forget it. If you don't practice 7 times, you will not know it. Yes, you must practice it 7 times. A good practice programmer practice it 7 times before he leaves. Next time you come across it, you find it simple. For those of you that are just joining, I've dropped a WhatsApp group. I've dropped tutorial for you. The first tutorial is directory structure, how to build up a directory structure in your HTML. In your VS Code, has to create your folder, your CSS folder, your HTML, your Java, all those that are called directory structure. Then the page structure for HTML is there as a tutorial. And I also have a tutorial on HTML. I also have HTML and CSS tutorial. Those are videos that you should download. Then I have the last one to master a GitHub. That GitHub video, if you go through it, you won't have problem in GitHub. That tutorial actually helps me, my GitHub. That's one of the best video I find out. The guy really explain GitHub. And for any challenge you have, that you're able to cover your GitHub. You're able to, from your VS Code, push your code to your GitHub, comment it, and push it. Try to save. If today your system crashed, you can pick up any system and open your GitHub and clone back your job. And if any company wants to see what you've done, what you've been practicing, how long you've been in this programming, the job you've done, invite them to your GitHub, and let them see it. And if you're working with any fintech or software developing company, they use GitHub because they will merge you with programmers. You work with a senior programmer, you work with a junior programmer, they will merge it together, both of you collaborate. So GitHub is very important. Don't play with it.
Sir, please, can you scroll up?
Okay. Is it okay?
That's all right. Yes.
Mhm. This if function counter, please shine your eye very well so that I don't mess it up. There is if, there is else. There's another if and else condition. So then carry two condition, if or else, if or else. One is for the next button, the other one is for the pre button. Another good practice that you should be doing is to have a UI UX designer and follow their design. Go to UI UX design and look at the design they've done for front end design. Try to see if you can clone that design exactly the way it is. You can see free UI UX design they've done. If you have the account, you're able to download it and follow it to help you to learn measurement and the rest. I have a project I'm working on, so I have to clone a Money Point site perfectly. That's what I'm working on personally. I clone projects. But it's not just my project, but I clone it in the process because you're able to clone like Money Point latest sites, clone their sites exactly the way it is. You will not forget it. You learn a lot of good practices from other programmers by looking at the design and design something exactly the way it is. That's what we call cloning. Because all those design already been done by UI UX designer. You're working with a software company or with a fintech technology financial institute. They have their UI UX designer. The UI UX designer will design the way it will look like. Then the front end developer will now take over and start designing it. You must get exactly the design, both the color, the font. After the front end developer has finished, the back end developer will now continue. Where more work is at the back end. So that's how it works. One person don't do everything. Then we have the project manager that oversees the project and see the correction and telling you this is not correct, do it this way, this way, monitors and see how things flow. A UI designer can take like 2 weeks to do all the design. Why is doing the design. You're relaxing as a front end developer. Once it's done, you take over and do your front end design from the UI UX guy. Once the UI UX guy has finished, you the
Sir,
front
please,
end.
can you move sideways?
Yeah, up.
Can you please move sideways? No, sideways a bit.
I don't have a
Side,
sliding
side.
button. Slide out. I don't have a slider here.
Okay.
This is where it
Okay,
ends.
sorry. It's for me. No worries for me. Thank you.
Maybe it's from your VS Code. Might don't have a slider. So that's how designs are. Don't say only you do everything. If you want to do everything, you want to be the UI designer, you want to be the front end designer, you want to be the back end designer, my brother. You end up coding. At the end, you have back pain and this and that. I remember in my first class, I talk about collaboration. Our first physical class, those of you that attended the first physical class, talk about collaboration, teamwork. Some people are very good in UI designer. So you have a friend that's a UI designer that you work with. If you don't have, go and sign up with Figma and get some designs. Try to clone it by yourself. If you're focusing on front end, learn how to design simple, catching front end. Just go to Money Point website and see the way the design is done. It's very simple and it's attractive. Go to OPay site and look at it. For those of you that will be going to fintech, because fintech design is
Hello,
where
sir.
yeah. Hello.
You say we should sign up with Figma, something like that. Can you give us the URL?
Just type it on WhatsApp. Let me check. It's figma.com now. Let me check.
Okay.
Oh, you want to just go to your this thing and just say Figma. You have a Figma
Spell the
account.
Figma, sir.
Figma.
Okay.
Alright, can you see my screen now? Sorry, the thing went off.
Yes.
If you're done, I want you to run it and see how it goes. I want you to run it and I'll enable you to share your screen so that I'll see it. If one person is done, I want to see the outcome. Copy the code and drop it in the WhatsApp. If one person is done, I want to see the outcome, the output. I've dropped this JavaScript code on this WhatsApp group.
Is this the end of the code?
Yes, sir. That's the end of the code.
Yes, sir, that's the end of the code. Okay.
That's the end of the code. Preview btn.style.display is equals to none. That's end the code. Are you done?
Almost.
Okay, sir. If everybody here has a GitHub account, this thing would have been easier. We'll just push it on GitHub, then invite you. So that GitHub is very important. If you want us to, you're preparing for online job. One of my mentors will always say, focus on front end very well. If you become a very good front end designer, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you start making good money. Then you go for your back end. Why you get your back end stronger? If you want to learn the boat very well, no problem. Programming involves you spending more money to learn more, get more materials. If you're very good in front end, you can use your CSS, you can use your HTML very well, and you can use your JavaScript. It's left for you to prepare your GitHub profile and get a job. Start looking for online job as a front-end developer, but you need to learn very well. Front-end developers earn at least 250K, 300K, depend if it's an international company. I'm waiting for feedback, please. Want to get feedback? Who has finished? Everywhere is silent. What is happening? Is it JavaScript that is causing it?
I'm done with my own.
Can you run it, sir? And share your screen. Sorry, let me allow him to share screen.
Boss,
Sir,
this
share.
JavaScript of the thing.
Hmm. Can you run it?
Take
Let me
time
see
acquisition.
your.
For this thing, and that's
Run it. Let's see your own. Oh, background noise. Oh. If you're done with your own, share your screen and run it. Let's see the output, sir.
I'm just looking at
Can we look at it with you?
how to share my. I want to see how I can share my screen.
You want to share your screen? Look down now where your volume is, where your video is. Just go. You will see an arrow where they say "Present now." Click on that and share your screen. Once you click on that "Present now," you will see Chrome tab. You see window. Click on your window. Don't share your entire screen. We'll click on your window. Then click on your browser and share your screen, sir. Okay, it's loading. Just dismiss that thing. Tell it don't share. Okay, want to see your preview, sir? Just click on the here. Click there. Click. Okay, click on your button now. Good. Click in the
Are you
next.
seeing my?
Yeah. Click in the next again. Yeah. That's the image you use. Okay. Go back to preview. Go to preview again. Yes, it's working, sir. You just need for you to use good image.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's working. I love that. Who else want to share the screen? You can stop sharing, sir.
I've not seen it.
Ah,
How we have I've not seen this.
yeah, somebody else has finished. I want to share screen.
So mine,
Share your screen now.
I've finished, but mine is not
Yeah, can you
working.
share your screen? Let's contribute. Share your screen. Let's see why it's not working.
It's not working.
Share your screen now.
Okay, let me.
Just share your screen. Let's see. We need to figure out why it's not working. Okay. So share
The
screen.
meeting is
Just
ending in
okay.
2 minutes.
No problem. If you end, we will restart it. I think I have like 30 minutes more. I've dropped the entire code in the WhatsApp. So you go to the WhatsApp and compare the code. While others that have finished, share the screen. So they're having challenges, still share your screen. So that we can contribute. The meeting finish, I'll drop a new link so that we'll continue. Someone say you want to share the screen now. I want to see the screen. Who else that has finished? Share your screen, please. I'm looking for you to share screen. Look below now where you have your volume, you have your video. If you go, you'll see.
I'm sharing already.
Oh, yeah, share now.
Yeah. I've shared already. So
You can see what you're